corner just a couple of days, and kids from everywhere are gonna have ball python pets and other snake pets, but today I'm gonna cover the care for ball pythons. Alright guys, so this couple of videos I'm going to be doing on ball python care will be pretty much based on this book. There will be a summary of it. If you want to purchase the book, the link will be in the description. It's about $10, free shipping, so that's good for you guys. Before we get into the actual care of ball pythons, let's get into where ball pythons come from. They come from West and Central Africa, found north of the equator, and countries like Chad and other countries like that. They live in grasslands and savannas under termite mounds and rodent burrows and things like that. They kill the rodents and steal their houses and eat their kids and things like that. And in a single burrow, multiple ball pythons can be found, mostly females housed together, sometimes males. But once the female starts laying eggs, the male leaves and he finds somewhere else to live. So let's start with where can you purchase a ball python. There's things like pet stores, expos, breeders, and online. So each one has their pros and cons. Like pet stores, a lot of pet stores like PetSmart, Petco, and things like that don't actually take good care of them all the time. It's not every store, but a lot of stores you gotta be careful with the health. You have to know what a healthy snake looks like. With the expos, the bad thing is too many snakes next to each other. So find a good breeder to get a healthy snake. Alright, so here's where the arguments always start. Tanks versus tubs. So these are tanks, these are tubs, of course, and people argue that tanks can't hold enough humidity for them, which should be 50 to 60s around there for ball pythons. I believe that if you could get another lid that it doesn't have as much space for the humidity to leave and temperatures to change. I've seen some homemade lids that do work. They're made out of some type of wood and they have like little holes and things like that. If you get something like that, then it can actually work. And not a 10-gallon, because of course ball pythons could grow way bigger than a 10 gallons. So pretty much you should get like a 30-gallon long tank if that's the way you want to do it and make it visual and stuff. That's your own opinion, that's your own option. I'm not telling you is the best, I'm not telling you is the worst. I'm just telling you what people actually say about them. I believe you can make it work. Tubs, they're way cheaper. I get these for $10 at Walmart. They hold humidity, hold temperature as well. They're cheap. The only bad thing is they're not as visual as pretty much tanks, as you can see over here. Alright, so let's get into the heat. Ball pythons are cold-blooded, which means they need their surroundings to change their body temperature. So if it gets too cold, your immune system becomes way weaker and sicknesses and diseases could attack even faster. Heating helps the immune system be stronger and also helps digest their food better. So ball pythons, since they live in termite mounds and rodent burrows, like I said earlier, they spend hours and probably days in there and they don't really get UVB. So in captivity, they don't need UVB either. So what we use is called a heat pad. You just put it at the bottom. Please use a thermostat because some heat pads could go over the 100 degrees. And a cage that's too hot could actually burn the snake. So a heating pad and a thermostat will be good. The thermostat's connected and it's a lot of work to take it out. Also, do not buy a heat rock because it gets too hot. The snake has to wrap around it and it burns the belly of the snake. The scales rot and a lot of things happen to it, and that's not fun. That's a dead snake. Might as well cook the snake and put it in a barbecue. The hot spot of the cage should be 80 to 85 degrees. That's without breeding. The rest of the cage could be on the 70s, hopefully the higher 70s. And to keep track of that, you can use a thermometer and a hydrometer, or you could get fancy and get a digital one and a digital thermometer. You just point it at everything. Let's see my temperature. That's 93. I use the temperature gun and a hydrometer that is digital. Remember, all of these items will be down in the description if you guys need them. And I know you guys see this. This is a snake shed for my granite ball python. And this is gonna happen depending what the size of your snake. Every time it grows, it's just gonna shed. See how big it is. This is a full-grown female granite ball python. Again, for the water, try to change it at least once a day, once every 2 days, or as much as you can, because they deserve clean water too. So there's different substrates that people use. I personally use newspapers. I just made a mess and I gotta clean it up. So newspapers are good because they're cheap, easy to use, easy to find, and replaceable every time. I have hundreds of newspapers for every single one of my ball pythons and other animals. I actually use them for almost all my animals except the scorpions and the tarantula. So yeah, newspaper will be good. Other substances like aspen and things like that are good too. Just be careful that it's not small enough for it to go in its mouth and like choke or have the stomach impacted and like open and die. And with that said, do not use aquarium gravel because they die, or sand. So aquarium furniture, of course, you need a hide and water bowl, and try not to use anything made out of wood because wood can absorb the pee and the poop and it starts smelling and bacteria grows in it and it gets your snakes sick. So try not to use anything that's made out of wood. So for the water, try to change the water at least once a day or once every 2 days to keep it clean. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. This video is just one piece of a playlist that I'm working on. It's gonna be on ball python care, breeding, morphs, and things like that. I'm also working on a short film for you guys. Now don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Also hit the little bell so you guys know whenever the little short film comes out, probably this week.